Boom, 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 Chenka, lads and lasses. How's it going, everybody? Hello to you all. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky transfer edition for you. I hope you're all doing well today. How are we all in here? Shout out to you. Let's see who's stopping by and waiting for me to patiently get going. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. The United Way, how you doing, buddy? No Bones Jones, Syad, Griffo, Chaz, I Love Football, all here. Plymouth, yes, Plymouth. Great to see you back in here, Mr. Primrod. I hope you're doing well and you're okay, my friend. Top Lad, how you doing? Hunar, Ice Queen Gaming, Harry Williams, Anthony White, Neil Duffin, the Duffinator. How you doing? Back office weekend 10-year anniversary. Congrats, Neil. Ruthless Sausage, Scythe 5000, Harry Williams, Pankash Pahawani, Kayam, Rexon, and everybody else. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting involved. Right then, lads and lasses, let's get into it. So, the latest transfer news surrounding Manchester United. As you can see by the title and the thumbnail of the video, United prepare Reguilon bid. So, there's lots of reports coming out today, such as here's Fabrizio Romano, who's just said in regards to the Reguilon deal, this is a couple of hours ago, he's just tweeted out and said, Manchester United are considering a move by days, but won't pay 30 million euros price tag. Real Madrid are also asking for a buyback clause. Personal terms not an issue. Reguilon wants to join Manchester United. Opening bid to be submitted soon. Sevilla out of the race. So, you know, in terms of what we know so far, that's just a little bit of a summary. But actually, we've got me and my transfer guru, Mr. Matthew Rush, have got a little bit of insider information, we hope. And we do think that Manchester United are preparing a bid for Reguilon at this very moment in time. So hopefully that is something that materialises. Hopefully Manchester United go and have the conversation with Real Madrid and go back there. We understand it could happen the next few days. I mean, the facts are United need to get some players in before Palace. So it would make sense that it would be sooner rather than later. Supposedly, we're not prepared to pay any more than 30 million euros for Reguilon, and Real Madrid will not accept anything less than that. Anything less unless there's a buyback clause in there. So yes, basically, it says that Real Madrid are probably quite likely to actually lower their valuation that would have to be paid in order to get Reguilon, simply because he's kind of a player that is not really going to play for them at this moment in time. And it's nice to have him, but they've got a lot of depth in that position. And Sergio Reguilon, in my opinion, doesn't really add a lot to Real Madrid, whereas he can add a lot to Manchester United right now. They've just got a lot of class in that position, don't they? So either they moving him on and loaning out, or Manchester United go in and get the deal done. But we're expecting a deal we're expecting a bid for Sergio Reguilon at any moment, really, lads and lasses, as with Jadon Sancho. So the situation there, I mean, largely it's unchanged, but we do understand that we are preparing a bid for Sergio Reguilon at this very moment in time. So hopefully that is fantastic. Hopefully it works out. The negotiations are continuing at the moment today over Reguilon. It's still an issue with the buyback clause and things like that, but we'll see if we can reach an agreement with them, lads and lasses. Hope you're all doing well. Just the Transfer Daily Show, lads and lasses, giving you an update on what's going on in the world of Manchester United transfers. Shout out to all you heroes and heroesses for stopping by. Please do us a favour if you haven't done so yet and smash that like button, lads and lasses. Do leave a cheeky little like on it if you can, and get involved in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Jonathan Gallagher, what's going on? Yes, he says Bale is not fit to lace Greenwood's laces. Turu MN, how you doing? He says, bro, check Sergio Amara's tweet. Let's have a cheeky little look at Sergio Amada's tweet, my friend. Stip Meister, what's going on? Hey, Brandon C, great to see you, my friend. Yes, lad, hello to you too. Alexander Park, VK Dean, Jawad Habib, Palmerius, Ice Queen Gaming, she says she's okay. Oh, it would have been Ice Queen Gaming's wedding anniversary. Oh, Ice Queen Gaming, thoughts are with you on this day. Everybody stick a love heart emoji in the live chat immediately for Ice Queen Gaming, Dawn, one of the legends of the channel. Emmanuel Quarteng, what's going on? And Griffo Chaz is in his house as well. Thank you very much, Griffo Chaz, for getting in here. Right then, lads and lasses, so Sergio Omara, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is exactly the thing, and this is exactly the thing. So, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer spoken to Woodward again. He have made it clear to Woodward that United will not compete with Liverpool, City and Chelsea this season with the current squad. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is stunned over the lack of ambition and was very direct in conversation with Ed. He hopes that this conversation will speed up the process. United can bring in Sancho and Reguilon fast if spending is approved. All aspects of both of the deals are agreed, no medical, so United need to pay the money. Reguilon and Telles is pushing for Porto and Real Madrid for Telles, and Reguilon are pushing for a decision. Joel, Glazer and Edward still doesn't seem to be in a rush and continues to only follow the deadline at the 5th of October. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been notified negotiations take... Okay, fair play to you, yeah. I mean, look, this guy's obviously a pretty decent source as well, so that's some good information there. He's worked with several clubs among the United in the 90s and 2000s. Currently retired, lives in Salford, mainly tweet about Manchester United football. I mean, look, it's a source, isn't it? It's a source, lads and lasses. So thank you for whoever commented that and told me to check them out. It does sound it does sound good. Look at all those love hearts getting in the live chat there for you, Dawn. Ice Queen Gaming, no worries. Thoughts with you on this day, honestly. Outfitting Skills says Reguilon is not coming to Sevilla. Absolutely so. We've already had the update on that over the last couple of days. Fabrizio Romano and everybody else saying that that the Sevilla deal is dead. We've got it right here himself. He says Reguilon deal, Manchester United considering a move in the next coming days, but they won't pay the €30 million price tag. Real Madrid are asking for a buyback clause. Personal terms are not an issue. Reguilon wants to join Manchester United FC. We knew that anyway. We knew that we'd reported it, that the personal terms were pretty much agreed, and the facts are Reguilon wanted to come to United. There was all that other clues and stuff going on as well. Personal terms not an issue. Reguilon wants to join MUFC, opening bid to be submitted soon, and he says Sevilla are out of the race because Sevilla basically they turn their targets elsewhere because everybody else was interested in Reguilon, whether it's United or Spurs or Inter. There's a bunch of other teams that were interested in him. They decided to go and pursue and advance talks with Marcos Acuna from Sporting. So, potential deal there. So that's no more chance really for Sergio Reguilon to end up at Sevilla. So that's brilliant stuff for Manchester United. It leaves the path clear for us to go and do that anyway. Yes, lads and lasses. Hey, Ian Barron, what's going on, my friend? He says, hi, the Flying Pig. It's the Mad Darlington FC back. Hope you are well. Hey, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, pal. Yeah, I'm good. I hope you are too. Thank you for stopping by and getting in here. Tony Wilson simply comments, I hope Bale doesn't join. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you want Gareth Bale at United. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you want Gareth Bale. I would take him on a loan deal. I've told you that. If it wasn't a significant amount of money, if it wasn't 100% of his 600,000 euros a week wages that he's on, astronomical figures for an absolute golfer. To be fair, he's more interested in playing golf than he does for Real Madrid these days. It's pretty mad. But look, they haven't treated him exactly very well over there, but he's won absolutely everything there is to win over there. He's had a ridiculously successful time. So maybe he should just be a little bit more professional. So I think maybe, personality-wise, I don't think he's the right man for United right now anyway. I think in terms of a prima donna, I like Gareth Bale. He seems like a fun man. He definitely likes to take the piss. That holding that flag with the Wales and golf and then Madrid and all that stuff. Like he's definitely got he's got a bit of a troll nature, I think, and I don't mind that, But yeah, I mean, not the right fit for United right now. Too much of a prima donna. If it was for a season-long loan with a percentage of his wages, I would say yes. Soccer Daily with the 1. Maurice Varela says 2. Neil Duffin would take him. Hey, fair play to you, Neil Duffin. Pie-eyed Piper, definitely not. Hello, Ella. How's it going? Hello, Ella. Thanks for getting in here. Griffo Chaz, yeah, nice one. Don't worry about that. That's fine. He just got a little bit happy with the ones there. It's fine. Don't worry about that. Adfilling Skills, what's going on there, bro? He says Acuna to Sevilla, done deal. Absolutely fantastic. So this is the thing. Because of that, there's no possibility of Sevilla going in for him, and they were potentially the most important. That was the most important factor because they were the team that were most likely to take him, other than United. Based on the fact that he was there last season, he had such a good season and was successful there, and that's really where he sort of burst onto the European scene, if you like, where all these other big clubs are interested in him, where he's getting into the Spain side and stuff like that. It's based on the back of a really good season at Sevilla. So fair play to Reguilon, he's been doing Billy Bits out there. I hope that he wants to challenge. I hope that he's like, yeah, you know what? I would love to go and play for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at United, play for a massive club like Manchester United. It's a huge club in England, in the Premier League, play Champions League football, play with players like Pogba and Bruno Fernandes and Rashford and Martial and all these really exciting players. It is a heck of a prospect for somebody like Sergio Reguilon. So come on, Sergio Reguilon, get in there. He wants to come and join us, doesn't he? He's followed Pogba already. He's followed a bunch of people on social media already. He's desperate to come and join United. It's just about Manchester United now having the bottle to go and get the business done? And really, that is the question, really, because I have no faith in our board and our chief executive, Eddie Woodward, at all, man. He's just this little puppet master melt, as far as I'm concerned, you know. The Glazers say jump and he says, how high, Joel? You know, in his melter potato voice. That's the thing, that's what happens. Like, he is just a puppet for the Glazers, basically. And we all know that the Glazers just want to make the money for the football club. They don't really want to go and spend on 5 players in this window and give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer exactly what he needs. It's piss take. Thank you very much for getting in here, everyone. All here, comments, shout out to Salud for subscribing. All here, comments. Any outgoings other than Smalling? Well, at this moment in time, I haven't got any information on any other outgoings, really. There's some rumblings of maybe a loan deal for Andreas Pereira, but nothing concrete at the moment. There's all this speculation surrounding these players. Like, we understood Sergio Romero, the goalkeeper's interested in leaving because of the new goalkeeper coming in, obviously Dean Henderson. And there's clubs out there that would potentially be interested in signing him. There's clubs that are interested in Phil Jones. Supposedly, Newcastle were interested in him a little while ago. Clubs may have been interested in other players, such as Diogo Dalot. Lille actually did put a bid in for Diogo Dalot as well, which was rejected. So there's some information there, some stuff to say that maybe a player or two will be leaving soon. Certainly Chris Smalling is on his way out the door, but I'm not too sure on the other ones, to be honest with you, lads and lasses, and that is because of the wages that they're on. Jonathan Gallagher says, Pig, will you get a Woodward a clown emoji? That's not a bad idea, actually. Thank you, Ice Queen Gaming. She says, hit the like button, people. Thank you. Yeah, if you're tuning in and you haven't done so already, please do smash that thumbs up button. That will help this stream out tremendously. Thanks to you all you guys that do that. Really appreciate it. Kyan Banner Hashem. What's going on, dude? He says, by the way, we'll get back into the transfer news. I'd just like to dip in and out of the comments and see sort of where you guys are at in terms of what we've been talking about in the topics. But anyway, it does get me sidetracked sometimes a little bit, though. But Kyan, he says, who will be number 1 goalie, David De Gea or Henderson? I think it's going to be David De Gea still. And I think Henderson's just going to be there playing in cup games, playing in certain lesser fixtures at this moment in time, and giving David De Gea that competition that he needs, really, and that fire under him. We'll see if De Gea's got the bottle to step up to it this season. He's had a bit of a shite time for the last 18 months. He's got the abilities, though. He's got the class. Can he do it and get that consistent form back into his game and cut out all that error proneness? We'll see. He was never error prone back in the day, really. I mean, he was when he first joined us like an 18-year-old when he was weak and feeble. But as he's got older and matured and developed, you know, he's got a little bit more physical, and that never was an issue after a season or two at United. The first season, I remember De Gea being a bit of a melter when he came here as a young lad, but he was young. But he's been brilliant ever since. Maybe he wasn't 18, however old he was, 19, 20, whatever. But he was a bit feeble, you know what I mean? But he's developed lovely, to be fair, over the years. It's just the last year he's been making errors like his name was David James II or something like that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, it's very disconcerting when you see somebody of David De Gea's calibre and quality consistently putting out absolute howlers on there on the pitch. I have no sympathy for him really either, even though he's been a hero for us for 6-7 years, like consistently, because he's done it for a long time now. Like, fair enough, I always say goalkeeper's one of the toughest positions on the pitch. I used to play goalkeeper. You know, you can often be the hero, but a lot of the time, you know, you're the last line of defence there, and if you make a mistake, it often leads to the ultimate failure, which is conceding a goal. Whereas if you make a mistake as a striker, yeah, missing an open goal is shite. But it doesn't have the same ramifications, I think, as a goalkeeper who concedes that goal, for the confidence anyway. Yes, it's a nightmare for a striker to miss a goal. You're talking about a goal, so it's exactly the same goal either way. But for a striker's mentality, I think they're more likely to be right, okay, like crack on with the next one. Whereas a goalkeeper, I think maybe that seed of doubt just creeps in a little bit more. So yeah, it's a tougher position. He's got to show that mental fortitude and that testicular fortitude, that cojones fortitude, and do the business this season and not be an absolute melt. Otherwise, Dino Henderson, the man with the plan, 120k a week man who just had a great season at Sheffield United in the Premier League, better season than David De Gea, some may say, I would, then he's right in there to come in and step in should David De Gea have an absolute David James-esque calamity again. If he does that, then we've got Dean Henderson there. So it's win-win for me. I think it's great that we've added him. I still think if Sergio Romero stays, that's still good to have depth in the side. Nothing wrong with that, really. I think 3 good keepers is good to have. Okay, it might be a little bit excessive at this moment in time, but it's not a bad thing. That if he stays, if he goes, I'm not too concerned. Tony Wilson, De Gea or Henderson, I think just answered that one. Tawana, Michara, let's have a little vote then, guys. I mean, let's see what you guys think. Stick a 1 in the live chat for De Gea. Stick a 2 in the live chat for Henderson. If you think Henderson's going to be the man this season for United, stick a 2 in the live chat, or if you want him to be the man, stick a 1 in the live chat for David De Gea if you think United should keep the faith in David De Gea. Let's have a little vote in the live chat. G4 Select 4, thank you for getting in here with your vote. He says 1, De Gea. Jonathan Gallagher, 2, Henderson. Matthew Adateo, 1. Griffo Chaz, 1. Matthew, 1903, 1. John Ross Dookie, 2. Agrippa Chinara, 2. Arnold Scoody, 2. Welshman, 2. 1111 22 1111 2222 1122 I think it's very close, lads and lasses. I'm looking at the vote here and I'm thinking, you know what? That's very split, guys. So I think that's pretty polarising. Don't know whether or not what Solskjaer's going to do. I mean, look, he did start Henderson in the pre-season game, but as we know, he started a lot of well, I was going to say Gash players there, but a lot of second-string players, a lot of B-team players, if you like, in that game. So I wouldn't read too much into that just because he happened to start Dean Henderson there. I mean, for the fact is, if he wants his goalkeepers to have any sort of match conditioning and stuff like that, David De Gea has been playing with Spain on international duty, whereas Dean Henderson didn't get to play for England with Gareth Southgate there when we had our international games. So actually, David De Gea has been the more active keeper, so maybe it makes a lot more sense to go ahead and do that anyway. Jam getting in here says Borussia Dortmund are increasingly confident of keeping Jadon Sancho. Gareth Bale and Ivan Perisic are 2 names who have been mentioned as potential alternatives. Source BBC Sport. Jam, nice one. Thank you for getting in here. Look, yeah, this is what we were talking about yesterday in our video about Sancho last night. Like, will he come? Will he not? Deal or no deal? Basically, it's go time. It's go time, lads and lasses. Come on, it's go time at United and Woodward and these melts. Now is the time. We got Crystal Palace on the 19th, guys. So I totally know what you're saying there, man. I mean, it's not looking good. We would think we'd have got some business done. If it doesn't happen in the next 24 hours, guys, is it ever really going to happen? Jadon Sancho. I'm sick of talking about the Jadon Sancho deal. It's so annoying and frustrating that our freaking feeble football club cannot get this deal done. I'm absolutely overwhelmed and disgusted by this window in terms of the Jadon Sancho pursuit. They should have had it wrapped up right at the start. What's going to happen is they're either going to go back with their tail between their legs and pay the valuation originally anyway, or they're going to have left it too late and have to scratch around for other players to try and fill some spots. Nightmare window from Manchester United's board. What a bunch of melters. Stick an absolute freaking melter logo in the live chat for the melters, whatever logo you think that may be. Anyway, guys, sorry, I'm getting, just winds me up just thinking about the way that this football club is operated sometimes. It really does. Let's have a look at this then. So, shout out to you all for stopping by. Thank you very much. Here we go. Report. Thank you, Matt Rush, for giving me some of this information. By the way, you're a top lad. You're a great source. He says MUFC fear increased competition for Jadon Sancho next summer if they can't sign him during his transfer window. Solskjaer has not given up on signing Jadon Sancho, and this is from Rob Dawson from ESPN. Thank you very much for that information. Exactly. Yeah. Look, we are definitely scared of losing out on Jadon Sancho here as a football club. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted him in the football club. He was his first initial, his number one target, the player who wanted to get in. That's why we actually negotiated with him at the start of the window, and negotiated with Dortmund at the start of the window. We just have a bunch of incapable meltbags who are not ready to get the deal over the line because they don't want to spend the money because they're tight-fisted, absolute money-grabbing bastards, lads, and that's as simple. They're not proper owners that will want to pump the money in to get the football team as best as it could be out there on the pitch. It's a balancing act with them. Keep us successful, but still, we need to keep making the money, and we have to have a bottom line where we do not spend over this amount of money. They're going back with their tail between their legs anyway, or they're going to be turned away. And then we're going to have to sign Sergio Reguilon. We're going to go out there, probably get some bloody melter like Josh King in here. Like instead, guess what? We signed Josh King as a temporary option. Yeah, nice one. Well, that's shit then, isn't it? That's not really going to help us too much then. That's bullshit then, isn't it? So, just get it done now. I'm just sick and tired of thinking about it. Sick and tired of the lack of movement in this window. Just had enough, guys. Ellie, what's going on with you? How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by and getting in here. Oh, man. Don't even talk to me about Jadon Sancho, guys. Don't even talk to me about it. It's such a wind-up. I just want it to be done and over and done with. I would actually like this to happen. I would like them to go, do you know what? We can't actually buy Jadon Sancho. I like them to go and get Reguilon, and then as we're unveiling Reguilon tomorrow, as we're unveiling Reguilon tomorrow, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer say, just to give everyone an update, we tried to get Sancho. Dortmund wouldn't move on 120 million. Too much during this current pandemic. Not enough value there. So we're going to go get a few other players now. I would say, okay, fair enough. Well, look, sometimes it's just not, there just isn't good value in a deal. We are paying a premium for Jadon Sancho. He's a £90 million player. Not a penny more, lads and lasses, right now in my consideration. But they want 120 million euros for him. That's over 100 million pounds. Look, there is a little bit of a piss-take situation going on there, but Borussia Dortmund do not have to sell him. They've got a stunner of a player there. He's doing Billy Bits out there for them. Who else are they going to get in this short time that's going to do the job that Jadon Sancho has done? So you can see it from Dortmund's point of view as well. So if the value is not there, then what do? You go and you get somebody else. But you do it sooner rather than later. So Ollie's actually got a chance to do something about it, guys. To do something about the season, to start with them, to have a couple of new faces in the squad for that Palace game. Joke, man. Yeah, nice one. Thank you, Eddie, for getting in here and saying hi. I hope you're having a good day. Axe Nuwaka says United should ask fans to chip in for Sancho. Don't Axe, they should not. We do that anyway, Axe. I know what you're saying there, bro, but we shouldn't do that because they should just spend the money anyway. We already do that by buying the merchandise and all that sort of stuff and supporting the club and paying your memberships and paying your MUTV subscription and all that stuff that you do. So if that's their job is to allocate what that money is spent on. United fans, we support our club, yes, because we love them. We buy the shirts because we want the shirts, but also you buy the shirts because you want to support the football club. You want the money to go into the football club for them to be able to build and improve and constantly keep your football club doing well. That's the whole point of putting money into a football club. We don't, Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, we shouldn't be going around with a bloody collection bucket right now to our fans and getting the money for Sancho. We should just be going to get him. Tiger Force 1, how's it going, my friend? Kevin Aze, how you doing, my friend? Neil Duffin says, Pig, add another 60 million and go and get Mbappe. Get rid of the deadwood first. This is another reason maybe why United has been a little bit lacklustre in this window. We have got deadwood floating around the pool of garbage that is Manchester United right now in terms of some of the players there. There's just a complete bog and there's some deadwood floating around on it. And do you know what? David Moyes has stood on the side with a pitchfork cackling. You know, it's a proper labyrinth scene here. Anyway, the point I'm making is we've got players that need to go that haven't gone, that we haven't generated any money for, that still are on the books, that still are on the wage, on the wage expenditure every single month. So that is a big issue. Maybe that's why United haven't strengthened as much as we would like, because no bastard wants to come and get Jesse, no bastard wants to come and get Andreas Pereira, no bastard's looking for Phil Jones. These people are on ridiculous amounts of money. So nobody wants them. No bastard wants them. They're too freaking expensive, guys. So there's no value in there. Even for a free transfer, I'm not sure if people would be interested in Phil Jones. Phil Jones can just gurn on the bench. He can just gurn on the bench until the end of his contract, laughing, knowing full well he's getting 130k a week. He can buy, 5 or 6 new pink Lamborghinis every single bloody year. You know, just absolutely loving it. So he doesn't have to worry about, I'm not getting game time. I'm just going to be a melter here. I don't think he's that bothered, to be fair. No disrespect to Phil Jones, but I've never heard him kick up a fuss and say, you know what, I want some more game time. I'm not happy about this. I want some more. I've never heard that, never seen that, never really seen anything like that from him. So, yeah, I think, we've seen it with Diogo Dalot. We understand Diogo Dalot this week is very disheartened with not being part of Solskjaer's plans much last season. 11 games that he played last year, he's pissed off. Phil Jones, he's loving it. He's got his pink Lamborghini. He's just chilling. He doesn't care, man. So, yeah, I think that's an issue, but still, it's no excuse for United to not go and get new players in. Alexis Sanchez is off the books this window. That's 400 or 500 grand a week you're saving there. Okay, I think we are paying into money to play for them still for the remainder of the contract, a certain percentage, from what I understand. But that's a big saving every single week, just getting rid of that prat, you know. Please do us a favour, lads and lasses, if you're just getting in here and stopping by, smash that like button, leave a cheeky little thumbs up on the video. That will help this channel and this stream out massively and maybe even help us compete with all the bigger channels on YouTube. So the United way, nice one. Said, no, he's not Tony. I'm not too sure who you were in regards to there, but Tony Marcy was a great player, by the way, if that's who you're talking about. I think, yeah, we should just stick with Tony. Mark Grundy says, get rid of Static Matic. Hey, you know what? I would have said the same about 6 months to a year ago, but actually this year, 2020, Matic has been one of our best players. And he's just got a new deal. That's not really going to happen, I don't think anybody's going to come in and get Matic from us. You never know. Somebody might have a cheeky little bid, but I doubt it. United are quite heavy in that area. I do think Van der Beek's going to give him some good competition for that starting spot. I think it would either be Van der Beek, Pogba and Bruno, or Matic, Pogba and Bruno. You might see Matic, Van der Beek and Bruno or something like that sometimes too, of course. But I think those are going to be the players that are all really starters, and Matic will be starting in some games as well. Don't get me wrong, he's the most experienced CDM we've got there, and like I say, 2020 for Matic, he was absolutely great, and he wasn't static. He used to be static, but he was running around like a blue-arsed fly for this year, to be fair to him. So he's been putting in the shifts. Thank you, Jono Denton. He says, just put a thumbs up on it. Good lad, Jono. That's the way. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you, Tiger Force. Legend. Kayam. Tony said I had a big forehead. Well, oh, right, okay, sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were talking about Tony Martial. I didn't realise there was some beef in the live chat there. Just, yeah, that's it. Keep it nice, guys. Keep it nice, otherwise, no abuse. You get timed out there. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, everyone, the moderators in the live chat, Anyway, the United way, he says Van der Beek is Pogba's replacement. Trust me. Yeah, well, look, yeah, I can see what you're saying. I mean, he's box to box. He's creative. I mean, I was very impressed just that Aston Villa game, how he was back a lot defending, but then also creating chances up the other end of the pitch quite a lot. He created 2 or 3 chances in that Aston Villa pre-season game, and then he also was really good, like buzzing around and winning the ball back for us. I think he was excellent in that game, actually, considering that was his first game and he had United's B team around him. I'd say that was a pretty solid performance. And maybe you're right, because look, Pogba has had rumblings in the past. It was only a year ago where he was talking about wanting a new challenge and wanting to leave, and his twat agent was talking about the same things, and that Pogba should be playing for a title winning side and all this bollocks, even though he should be a part of the title winning side, of course. But we've got the players now. We've got, more players, better players, a few more players anyway around him, the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's a brilliant signing. Players like Van der Beek, that's definitely a great signing. And also, who's the other player we signed looks really good? I was going to say Harry Maguire, but it's probably not him. But either way, we've got a bunch of players now that Pogba should look around them and say United are trying to do things and trying to invest and improve and win. This window's a big one in that. But you're right. I mean, look, he has said that he wants to leave in the past. He is a big asset worth a heck of a lot of money. In the long term, if you're talking about deadwood, I don't think Pogba really falls into the deadwood category anymore, because he has been quite committed over the last 6 months to 9 months of whatever it was after he came back from his injury. But he's still inconsistent, and for a player who is on big money like him and who is worth a lot of money, maybe it is a good option to cash in, especially if you're actually going to go and spend the money and then get in another player. It would surprise me if the Glazers signed Sancho and Van der Beek in this window. It really would, without really recouping any of their money back. So maybe later down the line they're thinking, you know what, maybe we're cashing on Pogba. It's not a bad shout you got the United way. Fair play. Gandhi says Sancho's looking very unlikely now. Pig, is it? Look, it's still 50-50 in my eyes. I mean, from what we understand, the negotiations haven't really got going really in terms of anything more than verbal stuff. We understand Dortmund are very strict on the amount of money they want to receive, and Manchester United are not really prepared to pay that. So at this moment in time, it's the same stalemate. We've seen United and the way we pursue players. We've seen it drawn out for years and months and years. Bloody painful, painstaking, horrible process. Send a bloody Raven out a year ago and then wait for the message to come back. Send a message in a bottle with a GPS tracker in it, trying to get it there. That's what it seems like. And then what happens? Well, then we negotiate, and then we probably get rejected anyway. It's a long, drawn-out process. I don't think we're going to have the same negotiation flexibility. And what I mean by that is not flexibility like it's flexible. I mean flexibility like we've got the ability to flex. I don't think we've got the ability to flex as much against Dortmund as we do against a team like Sporting. Sporting in the Portuguese league, they're a big club, but they're not United. Dortmund, I think, are a bigger club in a better league. No disrespect to Portugal, they've produced some incredible talents. Bruno being one of them, Ronaldo, they're an incredible side, but incredible nation of footballers. But what I'm saying is, I don't think the league is as strong as the Premier League, say. You can disagree with that. Porto, these teams, Sporting, they're absolutely great sides. Benfica, they're all brilliant sides. Don't get me wrong. But I just think the overall depth of the league's not there, right? So what does that mean? You don't have the same leverage. There's not as much money in that league. There's not as much money in that league. You're going to lose out on a player much more likely, like Manchester United came in for Bruno Fernandes, than you are if you're Dortmund and you are playing in the Bundes and you're playing in the Champions League and you're playing, it's just going to be a completely different situation. So, yeah, I think there is that factor. Dortmund have less incentive to sell. United don't have the ability to flex as much against them. So, yeah. That's an issue. That is an issue. Who knows? Who knows if we're going to get Sancho? I don't even want to talk about Sancho, to be honest. It's freaking annoying. It's just one of the most annoying pursuits of a football I've ever seen at Manchester United. Just like Bruno, just like Maguire. Constant disappointment from our board, just taking ages about it. They just don't plan well. If they'd have planned well, if they'd have decided, yes, we are prepared to spend the money and got him in there, that's one thing, brilliant, and get him in there early, let him bed in, let him settle. If they'd have said, we don't want to spend that money, let's go and pursue other players at the start of the window, that would have been absolutely fine too. We would have had time to go and get a left back, a centre back, a CDM, a right winger. We'd have had time to do all those things. So it's a piss take. Do us a favour, lads and lasses, if you're tuning in right now, and smash that like button. Get your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Thank you so much to you all for getting in here and stopping by. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's a lovely day here in the UK. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but it is a lovely day in the UK right now. It's like a summer's day. It's middle of September. It's usually freeze your bollocks off time, to be honest. But right now in England, certainly where I am, it's absolutely warm, man. It's beaut. It's absolutely beaut. Okay then, guys, so let's get into someone else I want to talk about here. Like we said, there are a lot of other links at the moment. BBC are reporting that Bale or Perisic or, there's some other players. David Neres is a link. Douglas Costa is a link at right wing. Let's just say that the Sancho deal does bottle it then. Get your names in. Who would you like to see Manchester United sign in the next upcoming week or so? Like, if we could get the business done and get a player in that position, in the right wing position that was not Jadon Sancho, who would it be? Salim Hussein says Bale is coming. I don't know about that one. What's going on there? How's it going? Hugo Plays. Tuck. What's going on? Yeah, it's lovely, mate. It is absolutely beautiful down here. Jerry Kwan, Bale, Jazzman, centre-back. Okay, so you think that's the number one priority? That's a fair point, actually, Jazz. I was just asking for a right winger, but actually, the number one priority maybe should have been centre-back, in all honesty. Bring on Bale, says Jerry Kwan. Peter Higley says Neres. Yeah, David Neres at Ajax makes a lot of sense. I do think that would be an attainable player for Manchester United. You might have to pay 60 million or something like that, but I don't think you pay more than that for him. Ajax, really, they can't justify, again, like we were talking about the Portuguese league. We can flex against Ajax, and we've got a good relationship with Ajax. We sold them Daily Blind, they sold us Donny van de Beek. We've always had a good relationship with Ajax. They've got Edwin van der Sar there. I'm thinking maybe if we did them a solid and gave them a player on loan and paid a good amount of money for David Neres, he would be a good option. I think that is a good, fair point you bring up there. I'm sure Donny would like having David Neres in the side as well. So good point you bring up there about David Neres. Reaper says Ivan Perisic. Yeah, Perisic is a good player. I just personally, now you can call me an idiot, and I would take him if we didn't have any other options, of course, but I just don't, it just doesn't seem like the right fit for Manchester United right now, Ivan Perisic. I think we need somebody a little bit younger, whether it's your 23-year-old David Neres or your 20-year-old Jadon Sancho, or somebody who's got the potential to really go on and do incredible things. Perisic is an experienced, ready-made signing, though. But I just don't like the idea of going to get that big money, big name player at this moment in time, unless it's the right fit in terms of the age and the future progression of what we're going to expect. I like what we're doing at the club, building and getting and planning for the future. If you see, we've got a bunch of youth players come in, really good young rated players, that lad from City, one from Atletico Madrid, a few other ones, 16, 17-year-old lads being signed by Manchester United for the future. And you're seeing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's signings, and what we're doing, we're building, we're signing young players. Predominantly young players. Maguire and Bruno, the more experienced signings, of course, but even they are still coming to the best years of their career. And Wan-Bissaka, everyone else, Daniel James, they're all young players. They're all young players that we sign. He's trying to build something for the future here and make sure that this team develops and improves over the years. So we're planting the necessary seeds, and that's why I think that going for somebody a little bit on the younger side, on the younger spectrum, would be fantastic for us. Simply because of that, simply because it's still buying into this ethos, which is another thing we were talking about Thiago. Like, that's the only negative for me, is that if Thiago was to come and join Manchester United over Liverpool, say, it would only really be for the extra money, I think. It's not because he's more likely to win the Premier League at United, even though, you know, hopefully we're going to be just as likely to win it over the next couple of years. But it's because he will probably get a little bit of extra money. And being the age he is, the quality, he's an unbelievable world-class player. I'd take him in a heartbeat. I really would, because I think, you know, he'd be brilliant in the midfield. But still, the point is valid. He might not have the right mental attitude, the right attitude to come to United at this moment in time, whereas somebody who's younger, hungrier, maybe buys more into the ethos of the long term, the potential of Manchester United, is really going to be a player who tries hard and is motivated for Manchester United. So I don't want another Alexis Sanchez situation. That's what I'm saying. I just don't want another Alexis Sanchez situation. That would be the last thing we need right now. Another financial drain and not getting the results out there on the pitch. We don't want that. So I'd rather we gambled on a younger player who could go on and potentially do some awesome stuff rather than going and get somebody like Perisic. But that's just my opinion. I know what you guys mean. Arnold Scudi says Neres Chikwueze. Johnson FG agrees about Thiago. Nice one, Johnson FG. John O'Denton. By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I know a bunch of you are, but if you're not subscribed, if you're new to this channel, smash that subscribe button, click that bell icon. That will notify you when we go live. We do daily transfer updates on this video about Manchester United and cover any breaking news. We've got a website, flyingpigunited.com as well. Shout out to Charlie Griffo, the main writer, Sammy Hopkins, for keeping that going and stuff like that. Really appreciate everyone who watches this channel and gets involved. But if you're new around here, then consider subscribing. Get involved. We do 2 shows a day in regards to transfers. An afternoon show like this one around about 3 p.m. and a 9:30 evening show, just covering the evening news to do with Manchester United's transfers. It's like a little daily update we do twice a day. So we're not doing like, you know how some people could just watch Sky Sports News for 12 hours on repeat. I used to do that. What the hell's that all about? They update it occasionally, but mostly you're just watching the same shit. We just do 2 shows a day, around about an hour to an hour and a half, something like that, and go through all the news and all the breaking and pressing issues at Manchester United as well, not just transfer stuff, but also talk about all the transfer news. So yeah, nice one, lads and lasses. Appreciate you all who have been watching and subscribing. There's over 300 of you in here watching, so smash that like button, lads and lasses, if you haven't done so already, and get your thoughts in. I want to read out as many people as possible. Mark Voot, how you doing, Mark? He says, hi, all you lovely mods. Shout out to the mods. Stick a love heart emoji in the live chat for the mods. Oh, is that what it looks like when I've been doing that? That looks crap. I need to go like that and put it like that. It's because the camera's like at an angle. Stick a love heart emoji in the live chat for the mods. Mrs. P Cake Bandit's in here as well. Stick a cake emoji in the live chat for the Cake Bandit. Anyway, nice one, guys. Thank you so much to everybody who's getting in here with your thoughts and your comments. Then let's see what you guys have got to say. So, man like Mo, what's going on? He says, Mbappe. I keep scoring Mbappe. I did see something recently about Mbappe wanting a new challenge and potentially the English Premier League being his destination. I do think they'll end up at, Real Madrid or something like that one day. But, because if he really wants to have that legacy of a player such as a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Lionel Messi, he's going to have to go and do something about that. He can't just stay in a Farmers League PSG and do that and win it every year. They're unlikely to win the Champions League either because they do play in the Farmers League week in, week out. I know they got to the final, and I know they've been there or thereabouts. Don't get me wrong, they could win it. I'm only joking, they could win it. But he's more likely to win it for a bigger club, for a better, bigger, more seasoned club, such as Real Madrid, who've won it over 10 times. So, of course, that's more likely if that was to happen. But he is interested maybe in coming to the Premier League, maybe playing in the Premier League. We'll see. I would love to see Kylian Mbappe play in the Premier League. I think he's an unbelievable talent. And he will be the next generation of that Ronaldo, Messi type player. He's still, 22? He would be a monster. He would be he's an absolute monster already. Anyway, nice one. Hugo Plays comments, shall we get Gnabry if Sancho does not come in? So if Sancho doesn't come in, Gnabry would be an interesting shout. We're also being linked with Kingsley Coman as well. So a couple of Bayern players that are being linked with Manchester United. I don't know if they'd let any of these players come to United, to be fair. The reason they are such a great squad and have won the Champions League is because they have got a great squad. And to have a great squad, you don't let players go. Although they did sign, was it Sane? Leroy Sane. from Manchester City in this window. So maybe they have just got one or two plans in terms of an excess winger there. I don't know. It's great to have depth. You see, that's the difference, guys, isn't it? Can you see the difference between a club like Manchester United and Bayern Munich at this moment in time? Bayern, look at their squad. They've got a world-class squad. Of course they do. They just won the Champions League. They've got one of the best strikers in the world in Lewandowski. They've just got every position's a world-class talent, in my opinion. Every position. Even like the left-back, they've got the next world-class left-back, Alphonso Davies and stuff like that. They've just got really great players, really great talents in every spot on the pitch, and they're still adding to it, and they're still adding to it in the window. Whereas Manchester United, we don't have the players in those positions, and yet we are still yet to add to it. So that is a big difference between a club like Bayern and Manchester United, and it's down to the way the club is run and the owners. Plus, look at the amount of money that Bayern Munich have actually spent over the years. It doesn't even compare to Manchester United. They're not going out there and spending the massive amounts of money we are on £80 million Slabby Maguire and stuff like that. I think Gnabry cost them £6 million from Arsenal. By the way, the Gooners, what a melt job, selling Gnabry for £6 million. But you know what I mean? It's like I think that Champions League final squad, the whole assembled cost of the squad was something like 150 million euros or something like that. Maybe I could be wrong, but it was not a lot of money. It was like 1.7 Slabby Maguires. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you how much better the club is run over there. Now I get it; they are the monopoly club over there in Germany. In all honesty, like they're not the, it's over here there's 7 or 8 teams that could win the league each season, really. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Realistically this year it's probably 3 or 4. Probably 2, really, if we're being totally honest. Bloody Liverpool and City again, the bastards. But hopefully we can get in there. But, you know, realistically, let's be realistic. What are the odds? What are the favourites? It probably is actually only 2. But the point I'm saying is Bayern Munich win it every year. Thiago's been at the club the last 7 years. Do you know how many winners medals he's got? 7. They win it every single bloody year. It's a monopoly for them out there. Even Dortmund, the other best team in Germany, lose their players to Bayern Munich every single bloody window. Not every window. Actually, they've not done that for a while, to be fair to them. But they are known for losing their best players to Bayern Munich. Everyone goes to Bayern Munich. All the best teams who produce the best talents in Germany, all their players end up going to Bayern Munich. Or they, of course, go abroad to Real Madrid or whatever. But yes, I mean, look, that is the fact. So Bayern do have a bit of an edge there, I suppose, and they are the biggest club in Germany, so that definitely helps them. I'm just saying, it's very frustrating when you look at how that club is run, the talents that they've produced, and the talents that they have bought and done well on, bought for good money, and have really produced. It's very annoying, very annoying. Primot, what's going on? She says, just watching the one lady from my apartment outside struggling to get a tyre off her car. I better pop out quick and help. Be right back. You legend, Primot. What a top lad. Everybody, smash a like in the live chat there for the Primot. Because what a top lad he is. Absolutely. Get out there, Primot, and help the lady. You top lad. You know what I mean? Steve Will says, let's be serious. Maguire is poo. I mean, Maguire is not... I wouldn't say he's poo. I think he's good. I'm just not ever convinced that he's world class. £80 million. I laugh when I say that amount of money. It doesn't even sound like a real amount of money. 80 million quid. Imagine if you had 80 million quid just sat on the floor now in £50 notes. I don't know if, I guess it would fit in. Yeah, but 80 million quid would be mental, right? That's how much Manchester United paid for Harry Maguire to be bang average this season for us. No disrespect to him. Actually, maybe that's a bit disrespect, because I don't think he was bang average. I think he was good a lot of the time, but a lot of the time he did let us down. A lot of the time he did leave us exposed at the back and make a few errors here and there. It happens, but him and Lindelof just too error prone between them. Maybe that's what's bringing Harry Maguire down. But yeah, I mean, look, we need to get a top class centre back, don't we, guys? That is what we need. Right then, guys. Okay, we've also got some information here. United, Simon Stone. So Simon Stone, of course, we know about Simon Stone. He is a football reporter for the BBC, and he has said that United want a wide player, a few options if Dortmund don't relent on Sancho, but 3 weeks to go. I guess that is a good point we've got here. You know, there is 3 weeks to the window left, so even if we don't get anyone before the Crystal Palace game, which we should, because the season's starting and we need to get the players in here, and there's no good reason for fannying around and waiting it out and playing the long game in this transfer window. So even if that doesn't happen, if we don't get a player in this week, we still have got a couple more weeks to get a player in. October 4th or October 5th is when at midnight is when the window slams shut. So think about that. There's still a lot of time left. Like, even if we don't get Sancho, we could still go and pursue a couple of other players. There's plenty of time left. So come the end of this window, United should be getting a few players in, even if we don't get Sancho. I think if we get Sancho, it'll probably just be Sancho and maybe Reguilon. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we just to give everyone an update who's tuning in right now. We've obviously been talking about Sancho and all these topics that you guys have been bringing up. I will be dipping back into the comment section, have a bit of a Q&A at the end of this video. But I just also want to talk about Reguilon for anybody that's just getting in here. So, of course, there's been a little bit more movement. We understand that there may be a deal, United preparing a bid for Reguilon at the moment. Bid will happen this week. But United will not pay supposedly 30 million euros for the player, and we want to have no buyback clause in there as well. So we have to see what Real Madrid do. We have to see what goes on here, if they're prepared to lower their valuation or if they're prepared to let him go, or if United are prepared to pay a little bit more and get him with a no buyback clause. We have to wait and see still, but it's understood that United are preparing a bid for Reguilon at this very moment in time. So hopefully there'll be something else to report on that one over the next couple of days. The reason I think it's going to be over the next couple of days is simply because we've got Crystal Palace at the weekend, and we know we're pursuing these players. Fabrizio Romano's come out and said as well, and said it's not personal terms or any issues with that. That's the deal with Reguilon. It is, he wants to come. The personal terms are fine. Everything's sorted. He wants to come to the club. He's very interested in playing for Manchester United. It's just simply that Manchester United haven't yet agreed the deal with Real Madrid. So as long as we go and do that this week, he should be a United player. We've been talking about it on this channel for a while, the prospect of it, saying that there's a good chance that we'll sign him in this window. That doesn't mean that we're definitely 100% going to do it. It also varies depending on who else we get in this window. If we do get Sancho, that'll be 169 million euros spent just on the face value of the transfers together if he goes for 120 mil. That is, 159 million, with Donny van der Beek. That's a lot of money. So I would think that, I don't know if they would go and spend the extra 30 million euros to get a Reguilon in right now, when we do have Luke Shaw, when we do have Dalot, when we do have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and we do have Brandon Williams. Like, it's not ideal there. We definitely need more depth there and more experience there, because Dalot and Brandon are still very young lads. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is good enough already, and I think Luke Shaw's good. But we need a bit more depth and quality there, but it's not priority number one. It's definitely not priority number one. So if they do sign Sancho, if they miraculously manage to get the Sancho deal done, maybe Sergio Reguilon won't be coming to this football club. But the fact is, we should be looking and negotiating and talking with all of these players at the moment, just as backup options. Because if you can't get Sancho in, then you need to be ready to get Reguilon in immediately. You need to be ready to get Badiashile or Upamecano or somebody in immediately. You need to be ready to pounce on Thiago if he is available. You need to be ready to get that right winger replacement in there, so we've got a little bit more depth. So I think that is the plan for the right wing. I mean, I saw Solskjaer play Daniel James a lot on the left the other day against Villa, and I think he's got plans to use him there as a backup to Rashi, just backing him up, coming on late in games. And I think right wing, he's got a plan to use Jadon Sancho, hopefully. That's who Solskjaer actually wants, and that's who he's left and allocated the number 7 shirt for, obviously, is Jadon Sancho. That's who he wants, and I guess he wants Greenwood backing him up on that side of the pitch. So it gives us great depth and qualities there, immediately. So that's what we need to do, is get that right wing in there. Thank you, Matty the Rushmeister. You legend. He says, smash a like for the pig. Thank you, mate. Yeah, smash a thumbs up on it. That'll help this stream out a bunch. Appreciate everyone who does. Thank you. Brandon C, by the way, how are you doing today, mate? Becky Hope, good to see you in here as well, Becky. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm doing good today, Becky. How are you doing? Very sunny day down here in Dorsetshire. Asar Panak says, can we at least get Reguilon before the Palace game? And if we don't see Sancho playing tonight, then there must be some movement about his transfer. Yeah, that's a very good point, Azar Parrott. You're so spot on about that. At this stage, if Dortmund really do want to sell him, then they definitely won't be risking a 120 million euro asset with an injury issue right now. Of course, United will want him to be tip-top, condition-wise, etc. So, yeah, you're spot about that. I mean, they're not going to risk wanting him picking up an injury or anything like that. But if their intention is to keep with Jadon Sancho this season and not to accept a bid from Manchester United, regardless of the money, because there is some reports saying that even 120 million euros wouldn't get the deal done now. Dortmund were adamant if we didn't get the deal done at the start of the window, they were not going to sell him to us. That's what they said. They actually said that around about August 6th, was it? Around about that time, they said that if it wasn't done by August 10th, there would be no deal. So if they're true to their word, maybe they wouldn't sell Sancho for even more money now. Who knows? So that deal just may not happen. Nice one, Vashinav SV. Thank you, my friend. He says, watching you for the first time, enjoying the show. Keep up the great job. Thank you very much, Vashinav. That's very, very kind of you to say so, mate. Really appreciate that, dude. If you're in here for the first time, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe as well. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified when we go live. Chevalier Noir comments, hence why we want a left back. LOL. Yeah, I mean, we do need a left back. We need some more depth in there, to be fair. As I say, it's not priority number one, but it's definitely important because Luke Shaw is a very injury-prone man, and Brandon Williams is a right-footed left back. I'd prefer if he was over there deputising for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I rate Brandon. I think he's got a good future ahead of him. I do. He's 20 at the end of the day. He's going to be great. But he's still young and experienced and not consistent enough to do the job if Luke Shaw was injured on the left. So we definitely need someone else. Nice one, Becky Hope. She says, I love Dorset. We've been Weymouth lots. My dad loves Weymouth Harbour. Yeah, Weymouth's lovely, actually. When I was a kid, we used to go over to Weymouth and I'd ride the donkeys and stuff like that until I got to be about 9 and then I was too heavy and they wouldn't let me ride them anymore, I think. Anyway, I still remember the donkey's name that I used to like, Spike. No, that was it. I got older, I went there. And I used to ride on one called Spike. I loved Spike, right? Spike the donkey. And then what happened? Then I got too big and they said you had to ride this one called Sugar. And that was a bigger, and then I just got too big altogether. Anyway. Jazzman's Dorset next door to me. Nice one, guys. Yeah, it's a lovely part of the country, to be fair. Benjamin Aaron, hello to you. How you doing? Stephen Alexander, how's it going to you? Yeah, not for me, mate, Stephen. Pile of mess it is, my friend. Benjamin Aaron says, hey, pig, what's going on? Phil Mike says, Dortmund like money too much to knock back 108 million. You're right about that. I mean, it's a lot of money. If we did spend that money and put that offer in 120 million euros, which is 108 million pounds, right? They would be kind of stupid to turn it down. But also, they're going to lose out on a great player. But Dortmund, let's remember that historically, anyway, certainly since I've been, alive, until maybe the last couple of years, Dortmund are a selling club. They have always been a selling club. They do lose their best players quite regularly to teams like whether it's your Marco bloody Royces or your Lewandowski's or your whatever, your freaking, whoever it is. They always tend to just have a bit of a mare eventually, I think, and lose these players. We'll see. And of course, they have lost a lot of their players to Bayern and big Real Madrid and teams like this over the years. Anyway, Absalom Williams says, hello, Mrs. P. How are you, mate? Yeah, Mrs. P in the live chat. Smash that cake emoji in the live chat. Matt Rush says, yo, Berber. Ryan Berberspin9 is in here, is he? Hey, how you doing there, Ryan Berberspin9? Good to see you in here. Shout out to all the moderators in here keeping this live chat awesome. Yeah, Chevalier, he says, clearly not a selling club at the moment. Well, that's what I said. I said the last couple of years, they haven't necessarily been a selling club, to be fair to them. But they are a selling club. You just wait and see. Sancho's not going to be there long term. If it's not in this window, it'll be next year. They're not going to keep Sancho for his career. That is a selling club to me. If you haven't got the ability and the reputation and the clout to be able to keep a player, a top-class, world-class player for a decade, then you're not really then you are a selling club, in my opinion. If you can keep a player for his whole career, a top-class, top world-class player for his whole career, then you're not a selling club, are you? But if you can't, then you're not. Then you are. Thank you, Absalom Williams. New Q Apansar says we should try and use the players we already have, like Chelsea did last year. We even have better players than they did. Very good comment there, Nuku. And I do think that that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to do that this season. I think he's got plans for Twantibi. I think he's got plans for Mengi. I would have said Ghana, but to be fair, we've got really heavy amount of players in midfield now, so he's probably not going to get much game time, but maybe him. Yeah, I agree with you, man. United should be about bringing on players and developing our youth. We've always done that, whether it's back in the 50s, 60s, Matt Busby, with Busby Babes, Fergie's fledglings. We've always done that. We've always produced our own talents. So let's understand that should happen at this football club. And I like that Solskjaer started to do that again, to be perfectly fair with you guys. Because he has given Greenwood these opportunities. He has given Brandon Williams these opportunities. You have seen a little bit here and there from some of the other players around as well. So yeah, I think he is trying to do that. Jamie Loki Jones, hello to you. What's going on? Clam J says we need to make a statement of intent this transfer window. So far, it's been nothing but dithering, fanning around, flicking. Anyway, don't worry. I would say we have been flicking the metaphorical ball bag, so to speak. Woodward's just there flicking the Glazers ball bag, not really doing anything this window. That's what it seems like. Matt Rush in here with a super chat. Thank you, Matty the Rushmeister, mate. He says, top show, Pig. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you, Matty the Rushmeister, for that. You're a top lad. Appreciate the super chat, dude. And yeah, you're right. What a great bunch of people we got on this channel. All the old legends, all the new legends. Thank you for getting in here. You know, there's a lot of people who I recognise from olden days getting back in here, and also new people as well. So it's great to have you all on board. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for getting involved with this channel, everyone. And thank you, Matt Rush, you top man. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Legend. Ellie, thank you so much, Ellie, for getting in here with her super chat here as well. Thank you, Ellie, you legend. Another moderation legend here. She says, and a long time watcher of the channel. Thank you, Ellie. She says, congratulations to Jamie, whose girlfriend is pregnant. Is that Jamie Loki Jones we're talking about here? Hey, everybody, that is absolutely sensational, lads and lasses. Stick either a pink heart or a blue heart in the live chat, depending on what you think Jamie's baby's going to be, and to say congratulations. Get in there. I don't know if there's any sort of baby emoji. You can stick that in there too for him. But that's brilliant stuff. Congratulations, Jamie, on what, you know, getting your Mrs. Preggers, mate. That is class. Yeah, nice one. Mrs. P. Cake Bandit, I said either blue or pink. I said either blue or pink, not blue and pink. That's a hermaphrodite, Mrs. P. Angus Gallagher says, which is an option to be fair. Angus Gallagher says, good day from New Zealand. It's 3 a.m. here, you legend, Angus. What are you doing up so late, my friend? But glad to have you in here. Thanks for stopping by from New Zealand, mate. Great to have all these legends tuning in from around the world. Appreciate it. Becky Hope says, we got to stop Liverpool winning the Prem this year. They will equal our 20 title wins. Oh, God, don't even remind me about that one, Becky. She says 20 each. We cannot have that happen. And I totally agree. That is actually the one thing at this moment in time. Well, we've got other things over them, but that's the one thing really that we have in terms of statistics. I mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, Liverpool have got double the amount of European wins as Manchester United. They've got 6 European titles. They've only got the 1 Premier League title, but obviously not 18 of the old and first division titles. So, look, you're right. Overall, it is going to be evened up if Liverpool win the title this year, which is gastastic. So we can't have that happening. But still, like, really, I know that's true, but Premier League era is still 13-1, isn't it? Premier League era, Manchester United still dominated this whole modern era of football. Okay, it's actually getting to the point where you can't really say that anymore because it's been 7 years since United have had any of that sort of success really in the league. So I don't think you can say that anymore. It just feels like I should be able to say that, but you can't say that anymore. So I hear you there, Becky. I think it would be gash if that happens. I really hope it doesn't happen. We still have won 13 Premier League titles to their 1, though. The facts are the facts. Like, okay, the first division, yeah, that's going back before the Premier League, obviously. Since the Premier League's inception, they've only got the 1. So have Blackburn, so have Leicester. I mean, there's only 1 team in England as far as I'm concerned, and that is Manchester United. We are the biggest, best club in the land. But if they got the same titles as us, man, oh man, I mean, that's not good, is it? Yeah, R. King says, do not let them sing 20 times. Absolutely, R. Kings. Absolutely, my friend. Let's have a look. Darren Blau says, do you think Donny will be a good signing for Manchester United? I absolutely do, Darren Blau. I do, mate. I think that he's going to be absolutely awesome. I think he's going to be a good player for us because, look, I haven't seen a whole great deal of him, but I was very impressed with how he looked in that game against Aston Villa, just how confident he was on the ball, how good his vision was. Like, he showed a couple of really great bits of class, like that back heel for a sitter of an opportunity for a teammate, which he created. He created 1 or 2 really good, fantastic opportunities on him by his own. He was a part of another 1 or 2 fantastic goal-scoring opportunities created by maybe Dan James or Luke Shaw that he's played in, really with a great bit of vision and passing. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a very good player for us. He's only 23 as well. He seems up for it. He seems like he's bang up for playing for United, and that's what we want. Those are the sorts of players that we want. Simon Cowie says Liverpool will finish 4th if they sign no one, and Ollie will break their hearts on deadline day when we sign Thiago. Then watch the Scousers cry. That's the ideal situation. Get Thiago, steal him out from underneath the Scousers. We understand Thiago's potentially agreed personal terms with Manchester United and Liverpool, and we're just sort of biding on our time. Manchester United and Liverpool are biding their time, waiting for the last weeks of the transfer window, and safe in the knowledge that if Bayern want to sell him, they're going to have to accept a little bit less money. So that's what's going on. We're playing the long game again on Thiago, which pisses me off. But yeah, you're right. We may well get Thiago in here. What do you guys think about Thiago? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that Thiago Alcantara is a realistic proposition for Manchester United to sign in this window. Legends, right? Okay, let me just have an update here, see if there's anything else that has come in, pressing issues that we might need to announce live on the show, because I do like to just announce any latest breaking news or anything like that going on. So let me just see if there is any new information here. No, nothing to do with that. But in regards to the Liverpool, though, I mean, look, I think it's fair to say that they do need to strengthen in this window. You don't want to stagnate. I know they're the champions. I know they've got the best ready-made squad right now. What is this article here from... Oh, no. This is Wales Online. Okay, fair enough. But Wales Online have come out. Sorry, I just saw an article here. It's Wales Online, so I don't know if that's legit or not. I just happened to see it. Fair play. No disrespect to any Welsh people there. I'm just saying. It's Wales Online. But apparently, it says Kylian Mbappe has reportedly told Paris Saint-Germain that he wants to leave at the end of the season, which is said to have sparked a three-way scramble between Liverpool, Manchester United and Manchester City. What a load of guff. Actually, we were talking about that yesterday, weren't we, that it might be possible. If that happens, that would be nuts. I would hate to see him join Liverpool, just to, as we were talking about Thiago there, I would hate to see Kylian Mbappe go to Liverpool. That would be awful. Don't want that. Just like if Lionel Messi went to City, that would have been a shocker. Benjamin Aaron says Badia Shield news. Look, we're understood that we may be readying a bid for Badia Shield over the next coming days, but there's nothing to say that we have done Benjamin Aaron officially. I think it all depends on Jadon Sancho. It all depends on these other deals that we're looking at. If we don't get Jadon Sancho, you'll see us sign Badia Shield. You'll see us sign Reguilon. You'll see us sign Thiago maybe. If we don't get Jadon Sancho. But if we do get Jadon Sancho, I don't see us getting Reguilon, Badia Shield, Thiago as well. Not the Glazers, not Woodward, not in this window. No way. No way. With what's going on in the world, there's no way they're going to do that. So, yeah, it's one or the other in my opinion. Matt Rush, thank you very much for sending the Thiago update over here. He's got this is from Mark Ogden. Thank you very, very much for that. Senior writer at ESPN. Thank you, Matt Rush, for the information. He's commented, MUFC can afford Bayern Munich's €30 million asking price for Thiago Alcantara, but they are reluctant to meet the player's wages, which are in excess of £200,000 a week. Unless Thiago is prepared to accept less, United will not pursue a deal. You freaking what, mate? Well, that is absolutely garbage then, isn't it? If that's, I mean, look, the facts are the facts. United would have to pay him a lot of money to get into the club. Liverpool would be interested in him too. There's a bunch of other teams interested in Thiago. Barca too. That's a joke, man. No. United would definitely pay him more than 200k a week if we could get Thiago. It's not like we're going to pull out of the deal because he wants 200 grand a week or even more than 200 grand a week. He is a 250 to 300,000 pound a week player in my eyes. So that's bullshit. I think we would pay more than that. I think we would have to pay. That would be such a weak reason for United to lose out on Thiago. Come on. If he only wants 200k a week, fucking get him in now. You know what I mean? Like, I would say you could pay up to 300k a week for Thiago and it'd be justified. He's a world-class midfielder. He's one of the best midfielders in the world, to be perfectly honest. Like, he doesn't necessarily get the love or the recognition as some of the other names around world football, but he actually is. So, there you go. To me, that's preposterous. How much do you guys think he is worth in wages then? Maybe I'm just way out of line here. Maybe I do rate him higher than but I would have thought anywhere up to 300k a week is good money for United. It's value for what we're getting. Especially when he's 29, especially when he's on the back of a Champions League win, especially when it's only 300k and you've got players like Pogba who are on 300k and you've got players like De Gea who are on 350k. Like, come on, it's similar sort of player, isn't it? An experienced player in the peak of their powers, 29, won everything, done the business, Spain international. How much do you think you're going to have to pay for him? Chevalier Noir says 250k. There you go. 250k, mate. That's about right. That sounds about right to me. So if this report is true from Mark Ogden ESPN. Thing is, though, nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that United would pull out of a deal if it was 200k plus. A week wages. I'm not buying that. So I personally think that Manchester United, still would pay more to Thiago for his services at this moment in time. If we do not get Jadon Sancho, that is a big stumbling block, isn't it? If we don't get Jadon Sancho, then we probably would pay Thiago more money than that. So yeah, okay, there's a little report there and a source there. Fair play to you, Mark Ogden. He's usually very reliable, to be fair. But, I don't think we're going to pull out of this deal for the sake of having to pay over 200k a week wages to Thiago. Chevalier, 250k 3-year contract. Andreas Soteru says 300k for Thiago Pig. I'm going to lose respect. You can lose as much respect as you want, Andreas Soteru. I may lose a little respect for you for your comments as well, sir. Because he is worth 300k a week, my friend. What are you talking about? He has just lifted the Champions League with Bayern. He's won it every single Bundes over there for 7 years. He's at one of the biggest clubs in the world. The reason he does not want to stay at Bayern Munich is because Bayern have just offered him a 4-year contract, which obviously he doesn't think value is good value for him, because it's probably about 200k or less a week, which for him, a player at 29, somebody who's been there and done it and is absolutely class. Look, I'm not saying it should be 300k. I'm saying 250 to 300k. I would pay up to 300k a week for him, my friend. Have some of that. Okay? Chevelin in War says Thiago is a baller. That's the thing. Like, people just underestimate him, because all you hear about your Toni Kroos's and your Luka Modric's and all these guys. But actually, Thiago in the Bundesliga, I mean, they're the best team. They're the best team. They're the best team in Europe this season, right? Let me just get Thiago's stats up, right? Thiago stats. They're the best team in Europe this season, and somehow he's not one of the best midfielders in the world then. Oh, okay then. I see what you're saying there. So you don't think he should be paid like one of the best midfielders in the world? It's BS, isn't it? Anyway, fair play. Look, he's played 150 times for Bayern in the Bundesliga. I'm just trying to find out if we can see more details about like how many appearances he's had for. So he's played 24 times in the Bundesliga for them this season. Let me see if I can get the stats here for different competition. Champions League. He played 10 times for them in the Champions League throughout the campaign in 1920 season. Look, he's a big part of one of the best teams in the world's midfield, guys. So to say that he shouldn't be on 200k a week is absolutely preposterous in my eyes. 250 to 300k if United want to get a big world-class player. He's the only world-class player right now. Okay, Sancho as well, but he's the only experienced 29-year-old. He's the only peak of the powers, experienced world-class player that United could sign now. There you go, I said it. He's the only one. So United should pay a little bit more of a premium to get him. I don't see us going to get any other top world-class player, big name, being linked with all these, the Ronaldos, okay, I'm not putting Thiago in the same bracket as that, but you know what I mean. I'm not seeing us linked with Modric or Kroos or any of these guys. He's the only one that's realistic. So we should try and get him, my friends. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ryan Sebastian Valler says we should go for him, Pig. Michael Fletcher says, are people really trying self-promo in here? I do not know, my friend. If people can put what they want in here, I don't really know. Obviously, if they've got any dodgy links to any stuff, then the mods can sack them off. But there you go. Matt Rush says, Ryan, don't spam, lad. Shout out to you, Tiger Force F1 X1. Sorry, not F1. X Tiger Force X1. Shout out to you, Tiger Force. Ryan Sebastian Vanna says we should go for Camavinga. Yeah, good young player, good young prospect. We should try and get some of these good young talents as well. But I still think we should try and get get the other players we talked about in this video. Becky Hope says, Pig, let's send Woodward on one-way ticket to China, leave him there. That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely fantastic. That would be a double whammy. We should do that. We get rid of him and hopefully maybe get a director of football in there. And he's just as pretty far away from Manchester as possible, really. That sounds good. Nice one, Becky. Yeah, I would love it if he stepped down from his role at United or just went into a financial role at the club. He's all right at what he does. Oh, sorry, guys. You know what? I think I've missed something here. Yeah, oh, sorry, Primot. Are you still in here, Primot? Sorry, Primot, my friend. Really sorry about that, dude. I missed your PayPal. From when was this? When was this, dude? 8 minutes ago. Oh, nice. It wasn't that long ago. So, Primot, I hope you're doing good, mate. Thank you for getting in here. He sent a PayPal over. Cheers for that, dude. He says, cheers for the report. Looks as though you be needing a can of moustache wax soon, Pig. Thought I'd chip in. Come on, United, Primot. Primot, look at this crap. Mate, it's gone all straggly at the sides. Mate, I'm shaving this off. I don't know why I can't, get a proper meaty join. A proper meaty join to the beard. But you're right, this moustache, I need to comb it, mate. It's all hanging over my lips. It's an atrocity, my friend. I'm going to shave it off. It looks like I look like a hobo, my friends, don't I? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think I look like a hobo. Yeah, I hear you, Al Banner Hashem. He says FIFA 21 ratings are wonky. So I've seen some of the Man United FIFA 21 ratings. I think Rashford's an 85 now. I think Martial's still an 83. But people had a big issue with that, but I don't really think that that's much of a big issue. I just think, look, Martial's older, Rashford's younger. They both scored 17 goals. Rashford did that from a left wing position. Martial did it from a striker position. Should the striker not score more goals throughout the season? I guess they should. So shouldn't he have a lesser rating than the Jamie Vardys of this world, or the people who are getting 20 plus goals? Because he's the number 9. Martial's the number 9. So I understand what people are saying there, but I actually think maybe an 84 would have been better, and Rashford should have been an 85. Yeah, so I actually stick with the ratings there. But that's just my opinion as well, because I do think they base it on, the area. Jesse Lingard, what are you always on about with this audio working? Oh, it's working. I thought you said audio not working. Oh, that's good. Hey, Jesse, yeah, thank you for letting me know that. I hope you're good. But yeah, what's with all this audio nonsense you keep spamming all the time, mate? Oh dear, you've been tightened out there right by Ryan Berber Spin 9. To be fair, that's okay, right? I think that's just his thing. I think Jesse Lingard likes to come here and say audio working or audio not working. But yeah, you don't have to time him out. Next time, you don't have to time him out for that. Obviously, right, okay, just for the much like the spam means, if somebody's going bang, 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 that's spam. Everyone else, he gets in here regularly, Jesse, he's a good viewer, so everyone else can just, that's fine, just chill with that. Give him a warning. I don't know if you've already given him a warning, actually, but I didn't see a warning. Sorry, guys, if you have already given him a warning. Anyway, Mark Voot says, Simon Cowie, that would be good news, mate. What did Simon Cowie say? He says, Pig, there is a report that Sancho might not play in tonight's cup game for Dortmund. There you go. If he doesn't play in tonight's cup game, there's every possibility that a move is seriously still on the cards. If he plays, it doesn't mean that there's not a move on the cards, but it definitely means that there's less likely, because like I say, if Dortmund are desperate to get 120 million euros, then they will keep their asset nice and safe and sound and not risk any sort of injury or any halt in the deal whatsoever. So that's a big indicator, guys. Keep a lookout for that. If Sancho starts, if Sancho plays, then you could say maybe, it doesn't mean no, but you could say maybe Dortmund do really seriously plan on keeping him. I think they're going to play him. They're going to flex big time and play him tonight. They're going to flex big time and try and get that extra money out of United. They're going to act like they're really not selling him. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, nice one, guys. Gandhi says Thiago long pass completion is 86%, short passing is 94%. He is an absolute baller. He would be like Scholes, spraying it around from deep. Absolutely, bloody lootly, Gandhi. Thank you so much for backing me up on that then one. There's some people in here that don't seem to think Thiago's a baller. Thiago's an absolute baller. Did you just see that? Those statistics that Gandhi's put in there. We've mentioned his statistics over in the Bundesliga and the Champions League this season for Bayern. He's been a big part. And like I said, I think he is more like the Scholes type. You look at his stats, and people might look at his stats and goes, do you know what? His goals and even his assists aren't as high as some other players. But he's a different type of player. He is that Scholesy pass master. Can be that deep lying playmaker type player. So you've got to give him credit. He runs the show. He's the metronome in the middle of the park, ticking things over. So he is a different type of player, everyone. Hunar comments, Pig, you have to consider that Ollie is trying to balance the wage structure. Every player and their agent wants to rob us. 200k is okay, no more than that. I disagree, mate. I think the cap on our wage structure should be 350 grand a week. We're paying De Gea that. The modern football's come on. We shouldn't go a penny more than that. But we've already got you can't have a cap when the limit is already more at the football club. De Gea's on 350 and Pogba's on 300. That should be the cap for a massive club like Manchester United that should be capable of enticing the world's best players in here. How are you ever supposed to get a world class talent then through the doors? Because if you're a player at Real Madrid or at Juventus or one of these places, you're going to be on 200k a week anyway, realistically. Most players. So if United are ever going to do that, you're going to have to spend more than that. We spent huge money on Sanchez. We don't have him on the wages anymore. So we're saving money all over the place, guys. I don't know. We should, if the player's available, look, I don't want to overpay for players, but if the player's available and we've got a world-class option available to come to us, we should pay that extra little bit of money. Do you know why especially we should pay Thiago more money up front? Because if he had a 3-year contract, right? If he had a 3-year contract at Bayern Munich, he would be worth £60 million right now, at least. He would be worth £60 million if he had a 3-year contract. Not saying anybody would come in and buy him, but he would be worth at least £60 million. 29 years old, he's still got 3 years at the very top doing what he's doing. He's won everything, his CV is ridiculous, and he would be worth 60 million quid in my opinion. So the fact that we only have to pay 30 million euros, or lo and behold, 20 million euros, maybe closer to the end of the window, to get a player of his caliber because his contract's running out and Bayern want to cash in on that contract before it runs out, just goes to show you more reason why you can justify paying Thiago more than 200k a week. So I disagree. I think we should pay him up to 300k a week and get him through the door, personally, because I think he's a world-class player. If we had a player like that ticking things over, we'd be sorted, lads and lasses. We really would. Our midfield would go from being what it was last year, which is average, to one of the best in the world, I think. When you have Pogba, Thiago, Van der Beek, Bruno, players like this to choose from, crikey, you can have a sick midfield, whatever selection you want to put out. And sure, it might mean Freddie or McTominay or somebody gets less game time or falls by the wayside slightly. So be it. If that's for the betterment and the overall development and improvement of United in the future of this game, then that's what we should try and do, lads and lasses. Come on, United. Come on, Woodward. Come on, you band of merry melters. Get the players in this window, otherwise I'm going to shit the bed. Sorry. Sorry, I'll get very passionate about this lesson. It's so annoying. Sadie Ahmed says, I feel sad for Ollie, the board as usual, not backing the manager. If you don't back the manager, then don't expect results. Absolutely, Sadie Ahmed. You've put it spot on there, my friend. That's exactly the sentiment I would like to add as well. You have to back him. You have to show him that you support him. You have to give him the tools to do the job. Don't expect miracles out of Solskjaer if all we've ended up with at the end of this window is Van der Beek and Reguilon. Don't expect miracles out of him. That's not enough quality and depth in the key areas we needed to strengthen. Gaz G says it should have been the Mark Voot. He's special better than Jadon Sanchez. Samuel Lim says Coman over Sancho. Well, there's another option. We're being linked to Coman, Kingsley Coman. Maybe £60 million reported amount there. Who knows? Maybe that would be a better option. They've just got Sane. They've got players like Naby. I mean, he's a good player. I don't think they would want to get rid of him, guys. Anyway. Jonathan Gallagher says, how are owners like these allowed? It's the piss poor FA and you know, the English football even letting them buy the club, to be fair. And the fact that they did buy it with borrowed money. Should be wrong. Hey, thank you, Matt Rush, by the way. He says we've hit 178 likes. That is awesome, guys. Hey, let's see if we can hit 200 before the end of the show. If you have not smashed a like on it or you're just getting in here, please do smash that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky little like on the video. That will help us out massively, guys. Thank you to everybody that takes the time to do it. All it is feathering that cheeky little like button, but that will definitely help this channel out and help it grow. So thank you, everyone who does all that sort of stuff. Also, thanks to everyone who watches the website, checks on the website, flyingpigunited.com. It needs to be updated, actually. I haven't updated it for a couple of days, but been a busy boy, but it needs to be updated. Also, follow us on social media, Flying Pig United on Facebook, Instagram, and also on Twitter, and also at Mr. Flying Pig HD is my personal Twitter as well, if you guys want to get involved. Nice one, everyone. Thank you, Salim Hussein, for the thumbs up. Legend. Caden White says Sancho, Thiago, Upper Meccano in. Lingard, Rojo, Smalling, Mata, Dallo out is what we really need. Pig agreed. I mean, I would take that all day long. I mean, I do think Mata's got a place in the side, but if you're giving me the option of getting rid of those players and getting those three in, I would absolutely rip your arm off. I would. No disrespect to Mata. I think he could still do a job for us this season and still will. But if you're telling me we could get rid of him and get those other players in, I'd absolutely do that, to be fair. He's been a great servant for us over the years, though, Mata. And I still think he's a quality player. Ellie says, Sanjay, I did not mean to time you out. I'm so sorry, mate. Oh, no. The mods are having mares. No, I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking, guys. You're doing a fantastic job. Yeah, don't worry about that, Sanjay, mate. She didn't mean to time you out there. These things happen, you see. Everybody makes mistakes. I've done it before. I've timed out people. Ruddy's pocket timed out people. Gungshi's rolled over in the middle of the night. Shout out Gungshi, by the way. You know... Yeah, nice one, Sanjay Nair. Nice one, Sanjay. You've been unhidden there, mate. Good stuff, Ryan Burberspin9, for unhiding Sanjay Nair there. You've bossed it, Ryan Burberspin9. And you've totally redeemed yourself. Nice one, Sanjay Nair. You're back, lad. Nice one, mate. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Good work, guys. Good work. Good chat. Well done, Ryan. How did you do that, by the way? I don't even know how you do that, my friend. But anyway, what the point I was making is it's easy to time people out accidentally. So to these great mods, everybody stick a heart in the live chat for the moderators again, because I know I was having a bit of bants there, but I know it is very difficult to do it without making mistakes, because the live chat's going ping ping ping, and it's quite often easy to ban somebody without meaning to do so. And sometimes if you're just like clicking on the screen, like on my phone, when I click it, sometimes it brings up the menu and I accidentally press like report or something, you know, accidentally. Thank you, Tiger Forces. This live stream is so nice. Appreciate it, dude. This is a brilliant community. Shout out Jamie Loki Jones for getting the love hearts in there. Caden White as well. Sanjay Nair. Matty the Rushmeister. Mark Grundy. And also, congrats, Jamie, as well, for the news on the baby on the way. Welsh Red, how are you doing? He says, we can't get rid of the deadwood. They're on too much money. Wages, you're spot on about that one. Too much money, absolute rip-off. Pie-Eyed Piper, how you doing? R Kings, what's crack-a-lacking? Says, can I have a timeout just for fun? R Kings is into a bit of masochism there, it seems like. Stipmeister says, so I have to be careful. Yeah, nice one. Well done, Ryan. That's brilliant. Ellie as well. Esther McGrath. Fair play to you, Esther. I completely understand. Ryan Sebastian Valles. No worries, don't. No worries. That's it. Everybody gets a warning. We don't want people to just get timed out and not be able to type for 5 minutes. We appreciate everybody interacting, but there's just a difference between wanting your comment read out and putting it in there multiple times and spamming. Like, there is a difference between that. Like, I don't mind if you put your comment multiple times, just a minute apart or something, if you want me to respond to it. But if you're just going boom, 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 then obviously it's spamming out the live chat for everyone. Our Kings has been timed out by Ellie for 300 seconds. That is hilarious, guys. By the way, we're 10 likes off of 200 likes, so smash that thumbs up button, lads and lasses, if you haven't done so. I'm pretty much going to wrap this video up, just to give you a little brief rundown at the end for anybody who's just stopping by. Sergio Reguilon, in regards to him, we're expecting a bid from Manchester United, an official bid in the next couple of days. With Sancho, it's still 50-50 on that one, but time is running out, and if we are going to put the Sancho offer in, it has to be very, very soon, and we may have already done so to a verbal level and been knocked back, and now we're looking at other options. Thiago's still on the table. He's understood to have potentially agreed personal terms. This was what was reported by ex-Bayern president yesterday. Unai, forget his name now, Holness or something like that. He was talking about that yesterday, and he said that he's probably agreed a deal with United or Liverpool in terms of personal terms, and what's happening is United are playing the waiting game, as are Liverpool. No official bids yet. They're waiting until the end of the window to get him for less money, because they know that Bayern Munich would more likely rather have him generate them a little bit of cash rather than leaving for nothing at the end of the season. So there's that. Also, Sancho, keep it peeled. Hopefully there'll be an offer or something like that reported in soon, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that one now, guys. I'm feeling a little bit disconcerted about it. So there's the news, guys. Also, Chris Smalling, he should be joining Roma very, very soon. Basically the same stuff. Bit of an update for you, though. We're just doing a daily transfer show. We do this daily every day at around about 3 p.m. and every evening as well at 9:30 p.m. So if you're new to the channel, if you've not seen this show before, subscribe and check in on the channel around about those times for another show. Get involved with this brilliant community of legends. Shout out to the Bacon Brigade. Absolute heroes amongst men and women, I must say. These people in here, absolute legend. Thank you so much to everyone who gets involved. Mr. Jai Ho, what's going on? Dude, Gungshi's in here. Gungshi getting in here at the end. Hey, Gungshi, we shouted you out earlier on, but I hope you're okay, Gungshi. Great to see you getting in here at the end, pal. Hope you're having a good day over there in Taiwan, my friend. Jamie, he says, if only United board was as savage as Eddie, we would be done with transfers. That's so true. We would be done a long time ago. Mark Pentive says, hi, Pig. Hi, Mark Pentive. Sadie Ahmed says, a speedy centre-back is badly needed. Angus Gallagher says, could be decent if he stayed a season or two. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to wrap this one up anyway, lads and lasses, because obviously I've gone over all the points. Sorry, Gungshi, you're just getting in here. Again, you're going to have to go back and watch this from the start, if you so wish. Sanjay Nair, thank you, says, excellent channel. Thank you, Sanjay, for that, my friend. Really appreciate it, dude. Caden White, thank you very, very much. Everybody, look, that's going to be it from the show today, but like I say, we'll be back at 9:30 p.m. later on. So just massive shout out to you all for stopping by and getting in here today and giving me your thoughts and opinions as ever. I love all the interaction. I love interacting with you guys and the great community that we have here. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Smash that like button. Check out the website. Check all the links in the description for from the social media channels. You can give us a follow on there and send us a message on there. I need to have a little catch up on there also. So if anybody has sent me the message the last 24 hours, I may not have got back to you. I've not been an ignorant prat. I'm just I will get back to you. I've just been a little bit busy. But yeah, nice one, guys. Thank you so much. Maverick Laird says, great work, mate. Thank you, Maverick. Thank you, Primot. He says, subscribe to the channel and the pig will send you a pack of walkers of your choice. That's not true, Primot. That's not true. That could cost me a lot of money, Primot. But but subscribe to the channel regardless. Jim Joe Bobley, see you later. Ellie Gung, she says, no worries, pig. I'll catch the next one, hopefully. Good man. Yeah, well, it's good that you're catching up on your sleep anyway, dude. But I don't know about you, but when I have daytime sleeps, it means that I can't sleep at night. So maybe you will be on the one later. But either way, Gungers, if not, rest up, stay classy, my friend. You're a top lad. And much love. G-Wolf United, thank you, mate, for getting in here. Griffo Chaz, there's the website. KM, Ellie, Mr. Jaiho, Azar Padak, Tiger Force, James, Ryan, Burberspin9, Matty Rush, Eddie. I'm going now, guys. But thank you for watching. Get your thoughts in after this video is finished and have your say on any of the topics we discussed. What do you think lies ahead in this transfer window for United? Reguilon, Sancho, etc., etc., etc. Pissed off about talking about it. I hope there's going to be a signing soon. That's all I can say. We need the players in. Game in 5 days. What's the hold up? What's the delay? We need some bloody signing soon. Woodward, you absolute human potato. Sort your bloody life out. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. This is The Pig. Take it easy. Legends, guys. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher, Mark Voot, Jamie Loki, Jones, Tiger Force, Jono Denton, Primot, Gungshi, Ryan Barber, everybody. Thank you for joining and watching this stream today and being a part of it. Look, I just want to say thank you to all the Patreon people as well. These are the credits for the patrons who support this show on Patreon. Yeah, look, if you guys want to support the show on Patreon, there's a link in the description. You don't have to, it's all free, but, you know, if you like what we do here, if you want to help us improve it, do more things, maybe get some more interesting guests and things like that, and book some guests in the future, then, you know, all these things help. So just want to say thank you to all these people that do that, though. And also, Tier 2 channel members on YouTube also appear on this exclusive list. So thank you to everyone that does that. Really appreciate it. All these names going down the screen of yours right now are people who actually support this channel, like, monetarily. So they're nutbags. But like I said again, I'll say it before I say it again, I just appreciate everybody who watches. The best thing you can do to support this channel, by far, is just watch it, like the videos, and subscribe. Not everyone's in the position to support the way these guys do, but these are the credits to these guys, just to say, you know, thank you for doing that. Anyway, have a great day, guys. This is The Pig. I'm out of here. Stay classy.